Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the Modbod gymnastics tumbling program. We're going to follow the entire journey an athlete takes, right from that very first handstand, all the way up to linking those really complex, high-level tumbling passes. So, let's get into it. Now, before we get into all the skills and the different levels, I want to start with this right here. This idea is at the absolute heart of everything Modbod does. It's all about building up a child's confidence and their skills without that intense competitive pressure. It really creates a space where kids can just fall in love with the sport because they feel encouraged to try new things and they know they'll be supported, even if they stumble.
So, what does a supportive environment actually look like in a gym? Well, let's dig into the core philosophy that guides every single class. It's a pretty unique approach that focuses on how you learn to tumble successfully, not just on sticking the landing.
At Modbod, the whole belief is that real tumbling success starts with having a strong, agile, and controlled body. It's not just about practicing a move over and over again. Instead, they build in full-body strength training, using things like bars and rings right from day one. This builds that physical foundation you need to do the skills safely and do them well, all while making sure the kids are just having a blast. Okay, so let's see how that philosophy actually plays out, starting right at the very beginning. This is the entry point for every new tumbler, where that solid foundation gets built, one skill and, one little success at a time. So the beginner level is split into two groups based on age, which is great because kids get to learn with their peers. You've got Beginner 1 for the little ones, ages 5 to 7.5, and Beginner 2 for kids 7.5 to 10. But you'll see the goal for both groups is exactly the same, to confidently nail an unassisted handstand and cartwheel. And to get there, they work on the absolute building blocks of tumbling. We're talking handstands, cartwheels, and roundoffs. They also start introducing those foundational movements for the more advanced skills down the line, like backbends. And they even begin learning front somersaults and handsprings, but always with the safety and guidance of a spotter, of course.
You can see there's a really clear pathway here. At the bronze level, it's all about mastering those basics. Then at silver, they're aiming for those key unassisted skills, the handstands and roundoffs. And finally, at the gold level, they're already moving into spotted back and front handsprings, which perfectly sets them up for what's next.
All right, once those foundations are rock solid, it's time for the intermediate challenge. This is such an exciting transition point where athletes take those basic skills and start adding some real power and complexity to them. This program is for kids between 7.5 and 10 years old. And you can see the focus really shifts here to power and technique, and the class times get a bit longer to accommodate that. The ultimate goal is a big one, the unassisted round-off back handspring. That's one of the most iconic moves in all of tumbling. Now, to get that back handspring, the curriculum really expands. They're working on mastering both front and back handsprings, as well as front and back somersaults. And of course, this takes a lot more athleticism, so there's a huge emphasis on ramped-up strength conditioning, focusing on core, upper body, and lower body power to pull these skills off safely and with great form. And again, the progression is super clear. At the silver level, they're working on that round-off back handspring sequence with a spotter. Then, at the gold level, the goal is to master it all by themselves on the trampoline. Using the tramp is a fantastic way to build confidence and perfect the technique in a safe environment before they take it to the floor. And now we've reached the top of the mountain, the advanced tumbler class. This is for those dedicated athletes who've mastered the individual skills and are now ready to start linking them all together into powerful, flowing sequences. So for athletes who are 10 and up, this 90-minute class is all about connecting the dots. The focus moves away from single moves and towards mastering those consecutive advanced skills. The main goal? To seamlessly link a round-off back handspring directly into a back somersault, either tucked or in a straight body layout position. I mean, just look at these skills. At this level, athletes are working on full tumbling passes, mastering layouts, connecting front handsprings to front somersaults, and even starting to introduce really complex stuff like twisting and double somersaults. This is where all of that foundational strength training from the very beginning really pays off. So at the silver level, the big focus is on making that first crucial connection, linking the back handspring to the somersault with assistance. Then, by the gold level, these athletes are expected to master full, unassisted tumbling passes, showing incredible control, power, and technique through layouts and even twisting elements. It's amazing to watch. All right, so you've seen the whole journey, from that first cartwheel to advanced tumbling passes. Now, let's switch gears and cover the practical information that every parent is going to want to know before signing up. Okay, let's start with the annual fee. There's a flat fee of $65 per child, and that's for personal injury and accident insurance. It's just a one-time payment that covers the entire calendar year.
So, what exactly is this insurance for? Well, it's pretty simple. It's designed to give parents peace of mind. It provides protection for certain costs if an injury happens during any of the gym activities, offering an extra layer of coverage for all the members.
Now, to be super clear on what the insurance covers, it's designed for those non-Medicare medical expenses. So we're talking about things like physio, dental treatment, or even ambulance transport. What's really important to know is that it doesn't cover services that are generally handled by Medicare, like doctor's fees or public hospital costs. The best way to think about it is that it's designed to complement Medicare, not replace it.
And hey, for families with more than one aspiring tumbler, this is a great perk. Modbod has a fantastic discount structure. Your second child gets 10% off, the third gets 15%, and it goes all the way up to 20% off for a fourth child. That's a huge benefit for larger families.
And this is a really crucial detail. Modbod is officially affiliated with Recreational Gymnastics Australia. Now, what does that mean for you? It means they meet important standards like having accredited coaches and the proper insurance. It just reinforces the club's commitment to quality and, most importantly, to safety.
So we've covered the entire pathway, from the core philosophy right up to the advanced skills. I guess the only question left is your child ready to start their own tumbling journey? If the answer is yes, here's exactly how you can take that first step. You can give them a call, shoot them an email, or even drop by their address in Cromer. Whether you just want to book a trial class to see what it's all about, or you're ready to enroll for the term, this is everything you need to get your child started on a path to building strength, skill, and just incredible confidence.